Hey everybody, and welcome back to For Love of the Mouse. Bryson here, and today I'm going to talk to you about the process called renting DVC points. First things first, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. Hit that bell icon so you're notified when we do new videos on Mondays and Fridays. And most of all, comment down below and let us know what you're thinking of the video. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is renting DVC points? Don't you just buy DVC points from either resale or direct from Disney? Crystal and I went through the process before we became DVC members of renting DVC points. There's different websites on the internet. Literally, you can just Google renting DVC points, but you want to make sure you're going through a trustworthy site. Now, in no way is this site affiliated with us. We just decided this was the one that was best for us. We went with dvcrequest.com. Now, recently, we stayed at Bay Lake Tower at the Contemporary for our Christmas trip. And how we did that was we rented DVC points. We set this up long ago, and we did this long before we had even bought into DVC. So what you do is you go on the website and you figure out what dates work for you, and then they have a cost calculator that you set your dates for, and they let you know about how much it's going to cost for you to do that. Now, how to figure it is it's about $17 per point, and they will let you know how many points your stay is. The communication through the whole thing is amazing. There's an actual contract between you and the DVC owner, and you never communicate with each other. David's Rental did all of it for us. Along the same lines, however, you're going to want to book your trips just like you would if you were on DVC. If you want to stay somewhere that's really popular and you know it, you're going to want to book that trip at the 11-month out mark, just like you would if you were a DVC member, because they don't have their own special inventory. They're working off the same amount of inventory just like a DVC member. And in fact, the inventory might even be more limited depending on what time of year it is, because they may not have any owners that want to rent their points out during that time. Now, it's also not limited to the resorts. They could only have certain owners at certain resorts at that 11-month mark. If they don't have anybody that owns at that home resort, they can't exactly book that resort for you. There's the technicalities. You have a nice written contract between the DVC owner and yourself. They let you know up front what it's going to be, and if they can't find your options, you get your money back. Now, how it works with money is there's a deposit. You put down a deposit, which is you letting them know it's time for them to go to work for you. So what you do is you list off the 3 top resorts you want to go to, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, however you want to list it, and then they start looking for the points and the reservations for you. And I think it was the next day they emailed us back and said, we don't have any availability at this one. We don't have any availability at that one. Here's where we have availability. And they listed off all the different resorts, and that's how we got to Bay Lake Tower. We started looking at it, and that was where we decided we really want to stay. We've never had a chance to stay there. Let's do it. You sign the contract, you get a confirmation number, just like you would if you booked it on the DVC website or if you made a regular reservation on My Disney Experience. You go to that confirmation number, and you can go to My Disney Experience to your resort reservations, link the resort reservation off your confirmation number, and it shows up on your My Disney Experience app. Now, when you rent DVC points though, be ready, because you don't get the benefits like a DVC member would. You don't get to go to the DVC lounges, the Top of the World Lounge, or the lounge above Figment. So essentially, renting DVC points is a way to get to stay at a deluxe resort at a cheaper price. Put it to you this way, a week at Animal Kingdom is just under $1,300. if you were to go in April. I picked April because that's the spring break time. It was about $1,300, just a little under that, right? Now, are they going to have availability? Probably not. Who knows? It's pretty close to April, right? But that's just to give you an idea of what it would cost. Now, if you were to go and book Animal Kingdom on the My Disney Experience app, you're probably not going to get just under $1,300 for 7 nights. But for someone who wants to stay at Animal Kingdom and they don't have the DVC option, this is a way for them to experience Animal Kingdom Lodge and have a resort that you've never been able to stay at. Is there a downside to this? It's all relative to the person who's doing it, of course, but you do have to pay everything up front. If you want to add the dining plan, you have to do it through the rental agency because the owner of the points has to get the dining plan for you. So if you don't know up front you want to do do all those things, there is a few things you have to do later on that you wouldn't have to do if you got a room through Disney. The big draw to me is that you can experience a deluxe resort that you maybe never thought you could stay at. Is it always going to be available? No, because it goes back to DVC inventory is extremely limited. And that's a whole nother video I have planned to do here in the near future. You have to be ready to book that room at the 11-month mark. There's going to be some rooms available at the 7-month mark, but those popular resorts, they go quick. Just because they have it on the cost calculator and it tells you that this is how much that room's going to be for those days, it's not like booking a room on the Disney website. That's just your example. It's not saying that there's availability or that they have points or that they can get that room. Now, I know I've hit you with a lot of information and I've probably rambled a little bit more than I wanted to, but just know that if you've ever thought about staying at DVC and you know that you can't afford DVC, renting DVC points is a great option for people to be able to stay at a deluxe resort that maybe think they can't ever stay at one. So there you have it, folks. That's my opinion and the process that we went through to get to rent DVC points and stay at Bay Lake Tower. Have you ever rented DVC points? Who'd you rent through? What was your process like? Let me know down in the comments all those answers. Well, once again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon to be notified when we release new videos, hit that thumbs up to make sure that I know you liked my video, and if you have any comments or anything, comment down below and let me know that as well. Well, once again, thank you all for stopping by and watching this video, and for the love of the mouse, never forget that it all started with a mouse.